As I'm sure we've all learnt by now, internet virality isn't always a good thing. In fact, there was a time where most viral things to come out were always linked to some form of horror, whether that be supernatural, or demons, or clowns. Regardless, these viral challenges always ended pretty badly. And that is exactly the case with today's topic. Today, lady and man, we are of course talking about the Charlie Challenge. It was the year of 2015, one of the best years for social media in my opinion. Everyone was so much more gullible back then. Vine had just come out and taken the world by storm, and with it came a series of challenges. Some of these challenges were good.
I've been called out by everybody for the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge.
And some of them were not so good.
Appetizing the pods looked.
But the one that took the world by storm was the Charlie Challenge.
Heard of Charlie Challenge? It's a handmade game that's become enormously popular among young people with nearly 2 million mentions on Twitter over the past 48 hours alone.
A challenge that we all knew of, but no one really knows how dangerous and deadly it got. And I'm not gonna lie, it got pretty f***ed up. The challenge would require the player to set up a piece of paper with 4 squares, 2 of them saying yes and 2 of them saying no. The player would then set up 2 pencils, one stacked on top of each other, and they would ask Charlie a question, in which the pencil would move to give the answer. Sort of like a Ouija board for toddlers. Apparently, a lot of people didn't know how gravity and physics worked back then. Anyway, so where did the Charlie Challenge come from? Well, it's commonly known that Charlie came from Mexican folklore stories, linked to a demon related to death. I'm not sure what else a demon would be related to, but a demon related to death. There is just one problem. The Charlie Challenge had absolutely nothing to do with Mexican folklore. There is no demon called Charlie in Mexico. Mexican legends often come from ancient Aztec and Mayan history, or from the many beliefs that began circulating during the Spanish conquest. But if this legend began after the Spanish conquest, it probably would have been named Carlitos, because Charlie isn't really a Spanish name. Maria Elena Neves of the BBC states, "Mexican demons are usually an American invention." Describing the Charlie Challenge as a traditional Mexican way to summon the dead is probably a way to make it sound more spooky and mysterious. Very similar to the way the Ouija board has roots to ancient Egypt when it was actually invented in the US. So, a better theory on why the Charlie Challenge has its roots linked to Mexico would actually be this video.
Hemos llegado a los 200 likes en el video de Charlie y...
Pero ya se desborró. No, bueno. Charlie, ¿podemos jugar? A ver, no te recargues, güey.
This video came out 10 years ago, or a year before the Charlie Challenge went viral. This original version of Charlie involved 2 people holding 4 pencils, and very similar to the challenge that we all know and love now, the pencils would move on their own. As the challenge started to gain popularity through Vine, more and more people were trying the challenge, despite the warnings that it was linked to a demon. I think the biggest takeaway from making these videos is the fact that us as humans, we have no survival sense whatsoever. I hope one day there is a challenge like this and it actually is linked to supernatural demons that want to kill us, because we'd be f***ed. However, the more I watched videos on the Charlie Challenge during my research, the more I genuinely started to believe in its existence. So I decided to try the challenge for myself, and I was shocked, like genuinely shocked. So lucky for you guys, I filmed it. About to do the Charlie Challenge. This shit's spooky, bruh. Charlie. Should everyone watching this video click subscribe right now? Oh my god! You heard the demon. I feel like that wasn't as funny as I thought it would be. It didn't take long for the Charlie Challenge to reach worldwide virality. Everyone knew about this challenge. Celebrities, YouTubers, news anchors, teachers, parents, kids, everyone was talking about the Charlie Challenge.
Charlie, are you there?
No!
But with the sudden jump in popularity, things started to get a little bit rough. To some, it was a game. To others, it was an actual challenge linked to demons. In May 2015, a website called The Racket Report released an article claiming that the Charlie Charlie Challenge was linked to more than 500 mysterious deaths. And this was quickly recognized by media outlets everywhere, which also started to broadcast these deaths. Mass hysteria started to set in. People started to believe that you could get genuinely haunted through the Charlie Charlie Challenge. But the only problem was, The Racket Report, the website that originally broadcasted these mysterious deaths, was a satirical website. It wasn't real, but the damage had already been done. By this time, people had already started panicking. It even got to the point where the Fijian Ministry of Education banned the Charlie Charlie Challenge from schools all across Fiji. They even arrested 3 Fijian teachers for allegedly making their students play the Charlie Charlie Challenge. Also in May 2015, 4 teenage girls were sent to hospital in Tunya, Colombia after playing the Charlie Charlie Challenge, and they were later diagnosed with a case of mass hysteria. Kate Nibbs wrote, "Once the paranormal fad went viral, it didn't take long for Christian fearmongers to warn against calling on the nefarious spirit world. Pat Robertson denounced the Charlie Charlie Challenge as demonic, and several exorcists claim that the challenge could actually cause spirit possession." I would just like to know which part of the challenge actually causes the possession. Is it saying Charlie Charlie? Because if that's the case, I'd be fucked. So many questions! Sadly, the challenge did end up deadly. In April 2017, the East Libyan government banned the game, blaming it on 6 suicides. In doing research for this video, I've found that the Charlie Charlie Challenge is still pretty common today, though I'm pretty sure people know that it's not actually linked to a demon now. Or is it? Like, share, comment, subscribe!